can't tell you how many times parents are like, hey, how do I talk to my kids about faith? And it's like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, let me tell you. But I can't be at every dinner table.
We did a test at the church I was at every week. We're printing 4,000 handouts. We're giving it to every kid. It's great. And then after a month, do you know how many of those handouts came back? 44, I think was the number.
Insane.
So what we did was, can we build resources that tie into what kids are learning on the weekend? And it's a library of curated content. One of the things that comes with it is the Parent Plus app. There's a 7% engagement rate with parents, which is wild. All right, well, welcome back to Amazing KidsMin podcast. And today I'm excited because we have a very awesome guest, someone who not only I've known probably 10, 12 years now, and has been a kids pastor places, but he also works with us here at Amazing Life. Please give an Amazing KidsMin podcast welcome to Grant Biberstein. And then the instant applause.
Confetti.
Yeah, exactly.
All of it. Oh, keep going. Did I say that? Come on. I can't hear you. Get louder. Get louder.
Very kids pastorish.
Yeah.
Welcome, dude.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's good to be here.
Yeah. I think some people who watch this, they probably have experienced you or gotten to talk to you because you serve. Well, what is your role here? I'll let you explain that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I get to be the onboarding manager here at Amazing. So I get to talk all things APlay. So you've probably watched some of my videos, maybe, hopefully, maybe once, maybe not more than that, maybe, hopefully. But if so, that's totally fine. Here we are now. So it's been really fun. I get to onboard all of our amazing churches to Amazing Plus and APlay.
That's awesome. Now, I think sometimes people just assume like it's your job to talk about the features or sell us on stuff. But what people don't always understand is you had a season of being a kids pastor where you guys were a load in, load out church, and then you got a building and you were building this whole thing, but you had a budget. And so like, let's start there for a second. And then I want to ask like a billion questions about APlay because we have a lot of questions about APlay all the time. People have a lot of questions. But like, how did you get into kids ministry and like start being a kids pastor?
Yeah, so it all started when, I was 16. It was, I radically got saved at a Wendy's. Nothing better than a smash burger and some Frosties.
Yeah, the chocolate Frosty will get you saved, all right.
I mean, and the only way to do this is if you dip the fries, into the Frosty. That's the only way.
I never want a spoon or a straw. I dip straight. So.
Fries are the mechanism that brings sauces into your mouth.
1,000%.
It doesn't get much better than that. But, I got radically saved at a Wendy's, and I was going at a church. I was attending on like the Wednesday nights for youth, and next thing I know is like, man, there's like an awesome kids ministry. Like, it wasn't a kids ministry that I grew up in because, I kind of grew up in church. I was more of a Christmas, Easter only kind of crowd. So I never wanted to go to kids church. Actually, I was begging my parents to like, keep me with you. Like, do not drop me off in the kids church.
You were one of those kids.
100%. Yeah. I was like, no, I'm too cool. I'm way too cool for kids church. And I'm probably smarter and better than all of those kids.
Yep.
So no, don't drop me off. And I checked out this church that we were attending, and I was like, man, this kids' church is actually pretty cool. This is pretty legit. And next thing I know, I wanted to be involved and reached out to the kids pastor and started volunteering. And then, the rest is history. I was at that church for probably like 6 years.
Wow.
Became full-time there as like an elementary director, elementary pastor.
Yeah.
And then, we left Dallas to plant a church in Austin and became the next-gen pastor. Employee number 1, which means you do everything from kids, youth, young adults. No one knows how you define a young adult now these days. Like, oh, you're 26.
Especially in a church plant. There's no way to define that.
No way to define, not a chance.
Yeah.
And then you meet some 33-year-olds and you're like, yeah, you're still a young adult.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But then, you also do like pro presenter, planning center, all of the P names. Like, you just are the master at it, website design. And it was super fun. So here we are now, and it's been great.
Church planners are my favorite because when you walk into a room, like I was somewhere not that long ago, and it was like an event, and I was with a group of people who had they've been in church for a while. They'd gone church planting, and something was happening where like the audio visual stuff was freaking out, and like 3 of them stood up to be like, I'm going to go help them out really fast. And that's what I love about church planting is you wear so many hats. And so you being like the next gen guy, so you had to do kids and students and young adults and figure out what that was. but how many different systems and like technology pieces did you teach yourself?
Oh, probably at least 15.
Yeah.
Like, no
Yeah.
kidding. It's like if I don't have enough fingers on my hands to tell you how many, but it was a lot.
Yeah.
There's texting, there's emails, there's this email platform because another email platform didn't cut it. Like there's just so much. So yeah, a lot of different systems, a lot of different softwares. And, at the end of the day, none of them ever talk to each other. So that was always a fun time, just trying to learn the new system, the latest and greatest. And, there's always a learning curve to things, but yeah, it was a lot of systems to say the least.
How much of your time do you think you spent in those systems as opposed to like getting to, lead your volunteers, be in the room with the kids, doing ministry? Like, what was the average, you think?
Oh, I spent more time for sure. More
Yeah.
time trying to like program ministry rather than doing ministry.
Yeah.
I probably spent, your full time in ministry, which is at least 80 hours.
100%.
Like, it is what it is. There's no off days, Sunday's a day where everyone's off. It's like you're on. And
Yep.
then Saturdays is a day where you're supposed to be off. But guess what? You're on because you
You're
get people
getting
calling
ready.
out.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, you get ready. You make sure you have all the pool noodles in your trunk that you need, all the, But, to say how many hours I spent probably just, learning tools, leveraging those tools, it probably was at least like 25 hours per week, honestly.
That's insane.
Just because it's a lot.
Yeah. And then you transitioned from being a full-time, person, and you got into kind of the church tech space. Like you were helping with apps and fun things. And we poached you. We said, hey, we want to help a lot of churches, not just with content. We want to make really great content, world-class content, and help pastors be able to minister and reach kids. But we also want to give them really good tools. And you were the perfect hybrid between I've been a pastor and I've been in ministry and I know the importance of having really great tools, but I also know a bit of the tech side and knowing like, hey, when it functions really well, like everyone's up and set up to win well. And so you came on just as APlay was getting going. Like I think you saw like we'd been using an Apple TV app. Like you
Right. It's been great.
and
Like
you'd
I
been on
used
the
it.
user side of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then we moved into it was getting more robust. And so what do you think people, or one of the biggest misconception is when because you do a lot of conversations with churches now. Like we get a lot of churches that will reach out and be like, I don't know what this is, or I don't know if it's for me. So what do you think one of the biggest misconceptions is when it comes to some of the tools and like APlay or Amazing, whatever it is? Like, what do you think people may not understand fully about it?
I think there's a part of it where it's like, hey, it's a part of an ecosystem that all talks to each other. Like, since it's all in-house, it's not like you're having to duct tape all of these solutions together, but it's actually a wonderfully crafted ecosystem, like ready for you to like use like every single day.
Yep.
Like there's nothing better than that. So, now with Service Builder and APlay playlist, like they talk to each other.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to download a bunch of files, whether they're videos or the scripts or anything, and then upload the scripts and put them in Adobe Acrobat or Canva. And then you're downloading all those videos to put it on like a thumb drive or YouTube. And, all of it was just, when I was doing it in ministry, it was so much time consuming. So to have something that's already done for you, the videos are there, the scripts are there, and all you have to do is log in, edit it, curate your service, and that's it. Like, I think that's the biggest misconception. It's like, so do I still need to upload like the Wonder video? No. You don't have to. All you have to do is upload your content and your graphics because we want your church to sound like your church at the end of the day. So I think people it's the like missing the mark where it comes to like, you don't have to upload our content anymore. You can upload your content and you don't have to do everything that we offer. You could, pick and choose what you want to use.
Wow.
Yeah.
So as you've been, because you run and oversee our onboarding team,
Mm-hmm.
and that's for everything, but you get to talk to a lot of pastors. Do you think that like as we're like 8 months in now, and we've got over 2,500 churches, which is I will say that's a lot. I can't believe you've gotten that many people in.
It's great.
Yeah, it is a lot by any industry standard. But what are you hearing? Like, what do we hear from pastors? Because like it's cool when the technology is awesome. Like, yeah, it's great. But if it doesn't actually do something, if it doesn't yield a result that helps me be better at what I'm trying to do and what my goals are, it's just technology for technology's sake. So what have people's responses been? Like, do they save time? Are they spending more time? Is it harder? Is it easier? Like, what are you hearing?
Yeah, it's kind of a catch-all, but most of the time I'm hearing the same thing like, oh, wow, it's that easy?
Mm-hmm.
Like, now what do I get to do with my time?
Really?
Yeah, that's a great question. Like, shepherds smell like sheep, so you tend to your flock. You spend time with your families. You spend time with your leaders. You invest into those people. Like, that's what you do with that free time. So people are finding it, maybe at first they see like, okay, this is a lot. But when they like really understand it, it's like, I know what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Like, this is great.
Yeah.
We've been waiting for this.
Yeah.
And like, you start seeing like the gears turning in their heads of like, I'm going to have a lot more like time to do what I'm called to do, which is really impactful. That's the biggest return rather than programming ministry, but doing ministry.
Like helping pastors be pastors again.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And then what's really cool, and it's been a confusing piece for some people because, we have Amazing Life and we have 252 curriculum, First Look curriculum. We've got amazing kids. We've got amazing students. We've got, like we just announced the CIY partnership, like some of their like content and series are coming to amazing students. It's going to be great. It's really exciting, but content isn't in and of itself the ends to the means, like, or means to it. It's a means to an end. Like, and so it's very important, but it's not the most important thing. It's why we loved Orange is like the heart of the home and the light of the church, the world coming together to partner and influencing the faith of the next generation. And so I think people have gotten confused because we have what's called Amazing Plus package. And like, it's awesome. It's literally everything everything. It's so much. And when I even look at like down the road that we haven't announced, like, but the things that are getting added to that package, it's like, it's a very good bundle. Like, you save a lot of money. But one of the things that comes with it is the Parent Plus app.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so people ask a lot like, well, is this the same as the Parent Q app? So that's my question for you. Is it the same as the Parent Q app?
No, I mean, there might be some similarities, but no, it's not like a Parent Q app. It's your church's family app or your church's parent app, however you want to coin it. Like, it's really great because, we tried having so many people download this app called Parent Q, and it's like, what's Parent Q? Is it Parent Q like ending with the letter Q? Do I spell out the word Q? Like, what? Or is it like a Q, like playing billiards? Like, what is it? So it's like, no. It's your church's app. Like, it's Cornerstone Parent app. It is Cross Fellowship Family app. Like, it's an app that looks like your church and sounds like your church.
That's awesome. And it's, I think what I love about it is like, and this is the kind of tool I would have loved as a kids pastor, is it's not just an app, because like I can give you the name of 10 people right now to go make you an app. That's great. Like apps, I think at some point in the next probably 2 days, ChatGPT or Claude or someone can build you an app too.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not the app for the app's sake. What we have found is that when you ask a parent to download another third-party app, meaning like I have kids, you have kids, but I have a 10-year-old daughter and a 7-year-old daughter, and for school alone, I've got 3 or 4 apps that I'm managing between like Google Classroom and GroupMe, and like there's a choir thing, and then there's so much. And so when you ask me to go download, like, okay, what is this? And like, okay, I have to get on it and do what? And like, so what we found was when we're able to give the church and put their identity into the app, so it's not like we don't care if anyone knows who Amazing is. Like that's not the point. It's like you said, it's cross family parent app or the cross kids parent app, whatever you want to call it. And it's your branding, it's your design, it's your DNA. And it's not it. The reason I say it's better than just an app is because building you an app is still going to cause a problem.
Right.
You still have to decide, like, okay, so is this a part of my job now where I have to build all the resources that go in it, manage the app, manage everything that goes into, refresh it every weekend? Like, it's a lot that goes. So what we did was, can we build resources that tie into what kids are learning on the weekend? And it's a library of curated content. So Convo cards. Here's 6 questions to ask your kids. This was the bottom line. Here's 6 questions to ask them about it for each age group. And there's one church that's doing this, and they're doing it so well. They do this hidden Convo card. And so they hide it like usually near the end, but because you can customize everything. You can customize the text, you can customize whatever you want. So they take our Convo cards that tie into the content, but they add one at the end. And so kids, if they come back the next weekend and they know the answer to that question in the hidden question in the convo card, then their name gets entered into a drawing. And then at the end of the month, they pull a name out of the bucket and, they give away something, a scooter or like a gift card or a Switch. I don't know what it is, but it's awesome. And so they're utilizing it in really great ways. And we even saw like some of the early churches, there's a 76.2% engagement rate with parents, which is wild.
Insane. Like, can you just imagine that? Like, you can't even get that on open emails.
No,
you can't.
A click rate and an open on emails like, hey, we got to 30%. Oh my goodness, yes.
Killing it, yes.
Yeah, the parents know, kind of. Whereas like with this, it's customizable. And we even saw a church, they adapted their push notification strategy because they were like doing Sundays, which is great. Hey, don't forget to ask your kids these questions. But then they were doing Wednesdays of like, hey, did you watch the Bible story? Because you can convo cards, the Bible story, parent time stuff. And then you've got a blog that just for parents on, hey, here's how to foster the atmosphere or the topics that we talked about this weekend. One church put their church calendar on there just for kids events or their student events. So parents can see, oh, this is what's happening in my kids' like ministry. And but they were doing Wednesday night push notifications. And then they looked at the data and saw like majority of their parents, like almost 90% of their parents engaging on the app were getting on Tuesday evenings, like in between 4 and 6 p.m. So they changed the strategy and they changed the push notification to go Tuesdays. And there was a big bump in engagement again. And so what I think is really awesome is in the day and age where we have the ability to use really great tools to minister to parents, it makes the church the hero because parents now see like this is an intentional tool that it speaks value. You guys put an app just for parents? Like, this is awesome. 2, it looks like my church. And then when I have questions, I'm not going to Amazing or to Orange or anyone to ask questions about my kids' faith formation. I'm coming to my pastor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming to my pastor and I want to partner with you on like, how do I reach my kid? Can we work together on how to walk my kid into a relationship with Jesus? And that's what it's all about. Like, it's not about just like, hey, use technology or use this. It's like, I call it floorboard curriculum, like giving out the handouts that end up inevitably on the floorboard of your car.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't. So you may have been there during the season, and I've said this before. I think I've told it we did a test at the church I was at, and at that time I had a few campuses, and every weekend we were printing 4,000 handouts for our elementary area, like 4,000 handouts. And at one point we're like, hey, we should stop doing this. Like, it doesn't seem to be yielding a response.
Right.
And like some of the kids directors and pastors are like, hey, don't do that. Please, no, we need this. So it's like, okay, let's spend a month and let's intake how much return we get for the things that we're sending out. And so we measured it like every week, we're printing 4,000 handouts. We're giving it to every kid. It's great. And then after a month, do you know how many of those handouts came back?
Oh,
44, I think was the number. For the whole month across every campus. And so, and that's not saying that it's not a great tool or that it's not the great motive of trying to engage parents with like, here's what's happening in your kid's life.
right.
But the reality is like it either gets thrown away on the way to the car or after a week where it's been sitting on the floorboard of the car.
Right.
And so our heart isn't to be like, well, that's just old school. It's like, no. But how do we do something that gets parents? And so if I get a push notification that says, hey, did you watch the Bible story with your kid? I'm like, oh, hey, what Bible story did you watch today? Oh, hey, look, there's some questions to ask you. Or, hey, look, there's the songs that you were singing in church. We should listen to these. There's daily devotional. So on the way to school, we're going to listen to this 3-minute devotional that talks about what you were talking about, forgiveness or kindness or courage, whatever it was in the weekend. So it's trying to make the parents not just the expert on the topic that their kids are learning, but also engaging them so that they can engage in their child's spiritual formation, which is kind of the goal.
Yeah, that's everything. I mean, I can't tell you how many times parents are like, hey, how do I talk to my kids about faith?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, okay. Like, let me tell you. But if I can't be at every like dinner table.
Right.
Like, I'm only one person and my team is only the team. And if someone could have something that's like in their pocket, like a little like, hey, this is how you like teach your kids on what it means to be a follower of Jesus. Like, awesome. Like an app can do that for you. And I think this Parent Plus app is just going to be amazing for all of our churches.
Yeah. We've got a lot of churches already jumping on to use it, but I'm really excited to see people utilize it and what it's going to do for parents to engage. Now, one of the things that we do, because I think people get confused, we have Service Builder. And Service Builder is within the APlay ecosystem. And so it's where your scripts are. And like if people didn't see it, there was a keynote at Next a couple weeks ago where we talked through some of even the updates for Service Builder, but it's awesome. Like, and you can export your PDFs and everything from there, download stuff. But APlay, do I have to have really great internet in order to use APlay?
No, like to build out your services. No, I mean, you need an internet, but it doesn't need to be great. No, like you can easily log in and do everything that you need to do. But if you're also wondering like, hey, do I need really good internet to use like APlay, like the Apple TV app? No, you don't need internet. You just need internet to download those or cache, basically save those playlists offline.
Like to the device?
Yeah, to like the Apple TV itself. And then, since there's probably a ton of you who are set up in Teardown, you can just save it at home and bring it with you back to church and just upload it that way. And it's really easy, or connect to a hotspot. Like there's a lot of easy ways to do it.
Yeah. And then if I don't want to use Apple TVs, like our church, that won't work for our church, for just whatever it is there another option?
Yeah, there's the web player within APlay where, that will need internet, and you just can have a computer, have an HDMI cord run up to the screen, and you could basically click the next arrow or use a clicker to have it go to the next thing like a slideshow would, but it also saves like all the playback behavior. So if you have a loop that's going to continually to loop, then it will keep on looping until you tell it to stop. And then there's also this amazing tool. I need to stop saying amazing because I feel like I say it all the time.
We need, yeah.
An incredible tool called APlay Pro, which is very similar to like, Pro Presenter. And it's just a really great resource for the church where the APlay, the Amazing Life content's already built in it. And it's really easy to use.
Wow. And that one you can send, if I remember correctly, because I've listened to you explain this to a church before, I can send it to multiple screens.
Oh yeah, easily.
And if I have a confidence monitor, but I have screens up here, then I also have a confidence down. Like it can output to multiple screens like Pro Presenter would.
100%. That's kind of like the biggest difference is like, hey, if you have a setting or a room environment that has two like display screens and an audience, or like a confidence monitor, I'd go with APlay Pro.
Yeah.
If you have just two screens, like you could also just use APlay, the Apple TV app, and have this amazing thing called an HDMI splitter and just split them off.
Send it off.
And whatever is on one Apple TV will be on all the TVs that you need it to be on. So it's really cool.
And would that mean so if I'm using APlay Pro, what I love about it is one, it's free. I don't even actually technically have to be a subscriber of Orange Curriculum or anything in Amazing Life to use that.
Right.
You can download it to as many computers as you want. You can use it on as many computers as you want. There's no stopping you from using it in any room, on any machine. Fantastic.
Right.
But also, if I log into my APlay account through APlay Pro, I still don't have to go download all of my media and then drag it in here. I have a library right here, a catalog of library that I have access to that I can just drag things into my playlist ready to go and still download to the device, save it to the computer so I don't have to worry about internet.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing. Like if we're here right now we have Wi-Fi, we have internet, awesome. I can build out my presentation, my show, my playlist, whatever you want to call it. I could do it here. And if I have to go have church and a football field or a parking lot. Maybe we're doing trunk or treat and I want to have something really awesome to have these looping playlists. I can do that in APlay Pro, take my laptop and go into that parking lot, have church. Come on. It doesn't get much better than that.
That's amazing. So what do you wish that you could tell every kids pastor right now? Because it feels like oftentimes more than not when I'm on a call with a church and I bring up APlay, they feel shocked. Oh, I didn't know it did that. Not as Grant, who's the lead manager of our onboarding team here at Amazing Life, but as Grant, who was a kids pastor and a student pastor and a next gen pastor who's been in the weeds and in the trenches of week in and week out. What do you wish that pastors knew?
I wish they knew that APlay as a whole will change their life.
Yeah.
They'll change the way that they do ministry. Point blank. Using APlay as a pastor allowed me to baptize kids at their family pond. It allowed me to call kids on their birthdays or write them a birthday card. It allowed me to take a kid to get 7-Eleven Slurpees because their family's going through a divorce. The way that APlay is set up will change the way you do ministry. Now Sundays won't be the only day that you have to do ministries on, but it's every day of the week. Whether it's taking a leader out to coffee and investing into them, like it just like give it a shot. It's going to change your life.
If I'm a pastor and I want to learn more about APlay, what's the best way I can do that?
There's a lot of different ways. We have a help center on APlay. So once you log in, you can hit the little drop down arrow by your name and see help center and click on that. There's awesome videos there. There's FAQs. It's really helpful. You can always reach out to CSM. You could also reach out to me. Like you can easily email me. I'll try to get back to you as fast as I can because, we have a lot of churches to onboard, but I also want to equip pastors with this world-class technology at the end of the day because it will change them.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, you heard it here. If you're looking to put some time back in your week, in your schedules, if you feel like you're caught in the weeds in the trenches of programming and you're dreaming about the days where you can get back to pastoring, like reach out. We'd love to help you. Grant, thanks for coming on and talking about all the cool things that we're doing for pastors.
No, thanks for allowing me to, be on this with you. It's always fun to talk with you, talk shop about ministry and all things amazing. So thank you for just your heart behind the church and equipping the church with world-class content, world-class technology. Like there's no one better than you, Tyler, I promise.
So you're the best, Grant. So again, check us out, joinamazing.com. There's information there. Reach out to your CSM or reach out to Grant. We'd love to help you guys get plugged in and start pastoring. So we will catch you guys next time. Have a great week.